My name is KTalley, and I live in Abilene, Texas. I was born in Winters, Texas. I spent most of my years on the farm, growing up in the cotton fields. I guess that's why I still have a passion for growing things. You can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl. I was married to Hollis Talley. We got married in 1967. He was going to college on a track and music scholarship. He wanted to be a coach. My dream was always to marry a preacher. When I decided that I liked him more than I intended to, I asked him if he had ever considered the ministry, and he asked me if I had ever considered going into professional boxing. Sports was his God at that time. When he started his second year, he just called me and told me that that he had decided to go to study for the ministry full time. I just felt like maybe God knew all along that he would use him in the ministry, and he just needed a little encouragement. Hollis started going to India, and in the course of that became a missionary there, where he taught people who became ministers, and he went back periodically to train men for the ministry. He had planned to go to India again in October. He started having some difficulty with his stomach, and he made an appointment with the doctor. By the evening of the next day, they came in and told us that it was cancer, that probably he had less than 6 months to live. One of those scriptures that just kept coming over and over to me that night was the 91st Psalm. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Well, I think grief is something that you can't have a true concept of until you experience it. I think God has given me a grief ministry because I can sit with people who are grieving and help them focus on the one that's going to help them through grief. We're going to visit a gentleman who lost his wife just a little bit before Hollis died, and we've enjoyed being together, sharing different aspects of grief, as well as the good times we shared with our spouses. And when I got back to the office, there are so many people grieving all the time. So I try to be there for those people and let them see that you can make it through it. You know, and I used to think that people that were older who lost their mate didn't look at grief the same way. You know, I don't know, but what it might hurt more because you have more memories. When part of you is taken away, it hurts. Doesn't matter if you're in Africa or India or Abilene, Texas. Not long after Hollis's death, I was on the plane coming back from New Jersey, visiting my daughter in New Jersey, and there was a gentleman on that plane that asked me what I did, and I said, I'm a minister. Of course, he understood that in a different way than I meant it. But I think we don't have to be in a pulpit to be effective. And I hope that I testify to the love of Jesus just by what I do every day.